Hi everyone, and welcome to Dodo Bird Drawing. In today's Drawing an Extinct Animal video, I'm going to be drawing the Smilodon again, but this time in a new style. So without any further ado, let's roll the intro, and let's get started. Okay, so I have at least one reference image. At the very minimum, I know I had one, and it's more likely it was only the one. But there may have been two. At least there was one, and there was probably only one. Anyway, they're all pulled up, and so I'm starting with the basic sketch, starting with the back legs and part of the back. And so unlike my previous Smilodon sketch on this channel, it is not going to be just like the head and the top of the neck chest area. It is going to be a full body sketch of a Smilodon. So after erasing a bit because I didn't like the proportions and stuff, I finish up the back leg, move on to doing the back as well as the belly, and then move on to do the front leg like so. Going through there to do that. And then I do a bit of tweaks to make it a bit more proportioned correctly to what I want. Think about adding something, and I think I actually check a different reference image at this point, so there was at least two, to see if I want that and decide against it. I then moved on to doing the chest as well as the head, which took a bit to figure out how exactly I wanted the mouth to be positioned, whether it be open or closed, though I ultimately decided on having it be closed for my drawing of a Smilodon. After getting that drawn in, I then move on to doing a bit of tweaks on the back, as well as getting the tail drawn in like so. I then add a bit of details on the face, like the nose, the bit of fur near the mouth, as well as the mouth-lip line, and the teeth, because it's a Smilodon, as well as getting in the ears. I then move on to coloring in my drawing of the Smilodon, going with kind of a orangish brown tan color. I don't exactly know how to describe it. I go with this, which I then go on to doing the top part of the back leg as well as the back, chest, main body area. I then have a bit of a lull here for whatever reason before continuing on with my drawing like so, going with the rest of the body and the neck as well as the part of the face that I'm coloring in this color. I then do a bit of filling in on the ears like so before moving on to doing the legs, at least the back leg like so, going on through there and through there. I then move on to doing the tail like so, which takes a bit to get a bit right because there's a bit of proportions I want to fix, and then I go on to do the tail proper like so, finishing it up like so. I think I may have done a bit of tweaks. Anyway, I move on to do a bit more on the front leg, filling it in like so, which takes me a while to realize that I did too little there. Do I realize I did too little? No, because I had the two paws, right. So I fill it in like so, before moving in to do the back. Okay, I do a bit more there to fix it up, like so, before moving on to do the back paw leg, like so. Going up through there and through there. Doing a bit more filling in work to make it even, before doing a similar thing, just a bit of filling in on the back leg, and undoing it because I realized I was using the wrong shade of brown, so I move in to do it there to get a bit darker than the second paw, toe on the front leg. Anyway, or the leg in the foreground I should say, before moving on to do the same thing on the back leg like so. Filling in up through there and doing a bit more filling in work. I then do a bit of work on the belly just to make it a bit more smoothed out before moving on to doing a bit of work on the face area like so, going through there and then a bit through there like so. I believe I actually turn off the background so I can actually make sure I've colored in everything, but I do the nose first at least, and then a bit more of the lips. I think I actually do it for the teeth because the teeth are a bit more subjective. I added a bit of lines for whiskers as well as drawn my smile, and then yes, I do color in to make sure everything's all filled in like so, doing the same with the teeth like so, and getting a darker gray for the the tooth in the background like so, before doing a bit more filling in work on the face, and taking a small break to zoom out. And do I do a bit more blending? No, I don't know. I then do my normal electric blue eye like so, adding in the light glint like that. I then move on to do a bit of shading work, I guess, on the face like so. Show the shading on the white. That was what I was doing, yes. I then color in the ear like so with a nice kind of pink color, add a bit of blending to make it look a bit more natural, and then color in the back ear like so. I then add in spots because it seemed to be that there was either spots or stripes, and I ended up deciding on doing spots for my drawing of the Smilodon. I then move on to doing the smoothing out work, beginning with the tail, like so. Rounding it off a bit, and then just continuing on, smoothing out the entirety of the drawing, up through there. And this takes me a bit, I think, to get the proportions to look exactly kind of right. Yeah, undo that, and just do bare minimum, essentially, going through there, bit more tweaks. Okay, so after finishing up a bit on the back, I then move on to doing the neck, as well as the ears and the top of the head. After finishing that up, I then do a bit of the shading lines for the ears, like so, before doing the dividing line between the ears and the rest of the head, just to show that they're not just one fused thing, there is some depth and difference there. So after drawing that in, which takes a bit to get right, I then continue on smoothing out the head, like so, going on to the more mouth area, like so, just going through there. I then move on to doing a bit of smoothing work on the fang, teeth, saber, whatever the correct word is, and adding a dividing line between the two. I then move on to smoothing out the bottom of the head, and then move on to the bottom of the neck, like so, kind of the chest area as well, before moving in to the front of the front legs, like so. Going like through there, and through there, and through there, and through there, and then having the dividing line between the two toes, like so, and then continuing our dividing lines, and by that I mean smoothing out on the bottom of the paw, as well as the leg in the front that's in the background, like so, going through there, and then doing a bit more work through there, before adding in the dividing lines between the front and back, well, the front leg, the front leg in the foreground and the back leg in the foreground, the front leg in the foreground, and the front leg in the background, like that. That took a while to say correctly. Anyway, after that, I then move on to doing a bit more smoothing work on the belly, like so, going all through there, and then moving on to doing a bit more through there, before moving on to doing the back legs, like so, smoothing the mouth like so, going through here, and 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 through here, like so, doing a bit more filling in work before moving on to doing the back of those legs, like so, going through there, and 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 a bit more through there, like so, before doing a... Do I do any more on the tail? No, I realized I didn't need to, so I stop, I believe. Do I? No. Okay, don't forget, unlike in the last video, to have a dividing line between legs. Well, that one it was a dividing line between a leg in the background and the belly. This would have just been the entire leg in general, so at least I remembered it, so that's good. I then added in like so, all through there, and then a shading line, not shading line, dividing line between the two toes, before doing a bit more filling out work, and doing a bit more rounding on the back like so, and doing a bit more smoothing and blending work on the belly like so, and a bit more through there as well, a bit more smoothing out work, and that concludes my new drawing of the Smilodon in a new style. What do you think of my drawing? Let me know in the comments down below. What extinct animals do you want me to draw in the future? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!